Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. You know what it is if you are an undergrounder. Now, we've been talking all week about DAOs, decentralized, autonomous organizations, and they promise decentralized governance. But what if most people never vote? Remind you of anything? Any other governance? And what if a small group of people still control the outcome? Is it really that decentralized? At that point, that is the question that we beg to answer. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Thank you, Melissa, for the super chat. We will definitely go over that and the super sticker. You are very generous and awesome mod as well. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Oh, let me make it so you can see what I can see. Bang. Looks like we are somehow on the complete wrong page. I don't know how it did that to us. Why did it do that to me? All right, here we go. Cool. Let's get right into it. So we're going to go over the crypto bubbles, do our number rundown of the prices, and then we'll move to what's trending hot, and then we'll look at your coin. So I won't put you too far back, all right? Just so you know, so you have a little bit of an anticipation of where it is. Let's see, we got LO007, and he even has Zo in his name now. Okay, says Yo. Decided to change my handle to something a little more pronounceable, LO00Zo. Okay, I'm with it. Crypto Squid says, yo, welcome in, welcome in. I believe I've seen that name in the chat before, but I might be mistaken. Smash that like button. Hopefully you came in through the shorts I've been posting, all of that good stuff. And if you've never been here before, you are in for a treat. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. So we start with my favorite visual representation of data, the crypto bubbles. And if you're not using this, it really is kind of a game changer. So it toggles 100 at a time all the way to 1,000. And when I just drop down the menu here, I can see on the day that most things are a -1 to, a negative almost 3%, but most things between -1 and -2% today. BTC has had a pullback. If you've been living under a rock or something, we dumped most of the day. I say that jokingly. You could have just been at work. I mean, it's happened to me plenty of times, that's for sure. This channel is goated, says Benjamin. Wow, with another super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Just know that givers gain. Where's my Chris Goss in the house? He says, you have, bro. I thought so. Either way, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it's your boy Clams. Okay, that's right. The more I see it, the more I'll put it together, right? Takes me a minute sometimes, more people to keep track of. Anyways, Lab is up 23.8% today, from about $4.71 to, looks like we topped out around $6.42. Reliable J's got to be pretty happy about this. He has been all over that. And UB up 29.5%. to about 22 cents from about, what is this, 18 cents? Yeah. Call it 17 cents to 22 cents, and that is a 29% pump here. Those are the two biggest green bubbles in the top 100. Of course, you have VVV is down a little bit, Sky AI, Luna Classic, Toncoin. Blessings and gratitude, undergrounders. Blues Guy rolling in. I knew you'd be here, brother. I was confused when you texted me, Blue Sky. Was I supposed to call you, or were you going to call me? I thought about it like 45 minutes ago, and I was like, wait, maybe he wanted me to call him. I thought you were going to call me. Anyways, we'll work that out. We'll catch up for sure. Sky AI is down 12.8%. VVV, Venice Token, right, down 15.9%. These are things that have been pumping. Zcash, Luna Classic, those things have been pumping. Let's drop down another 100. Yes, it is a pretty much overall red day. Things on sale, maybe. Depends on how you feel about it, right? Let's see. No real big bubbles here. Gwei up 6.3%. Falcon Finance up 9.7%. Jitto, however you want to say it. It's up 5%. Sahara AI And they're all about the same. No real big bubbles either way, right? What's your biggest red bubble I see here? The Genius, Tag, they're about the same. And that's about it. So I wouldn't call it flat, but pretty even across the market, I would say. Now we're going to 200 to 300, usually as low as we go. What's up, Blues? I hit one on MRDN today. And yeah, we're going to go over that just shortly. Just waiting for everybody to roll on in. If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. Hey, gratitude is the attitude, right? So we got Quack AI, and it pumped from about a high 15 cents. Wow, Elio, a little token of appreciation. LOOO-ZO. I think I nailed that. It says a little token of appreciation. You guys are killing it with the super chats tonight. Thank you very much. It means the world to me, and I definitely feel the appreciation. So Quack AI is 28.5% to the upside on the daily from a high, what did I say, 15 cents, high 15 cents, call it 16 cents to about 23 cents. Up 28.5% on the day. How's this thing looking on the monthly? Yeah, this thing's been ripping. That's Quack AI, not to be confused with Duck AI, which I own and never did anything back in the AI agent, frenzy that we had at one point. Man, all the love with the super chats, man. That gets me going. It gets me fired up. I'm not tired at all. How about you guys? You guys feeling good? Everybody feeling good out there? Said, let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Look at this. I think that Blues Guy is reading that book of poems that Camsta has put out, right? He's been selling his book of poems, and I think Blues Guy picked it up. All right, we got 30% on Troll. And I'm just trolling you guys. I didn't set that up on purpose. Iris up 10.5%. Trya, Troll was up 30. I don't know if I said that. We got Pharaohs down 12.5%. Block Street down 10%. Meteora is down 10.3%. A decentralized exchange on Solana. And I see Orca is down as well. Another decentralized exchange on Solana. So we'll move right along to the price rundown. Refresh it so we have all the latest numbers. Said a lot of gratitude and love tonight, folks. I love you guys. Yes, I reverberating that back to everybody because, man, it's just been such a great day. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys more than you guys would ever know. One thing I always say about the stream when I talk about why I created it is I wanted people to hang out with who cared about a lot of the same stuff that I do when it comes to crypto. Now, specifically what you care about, you might care more about trading, you might care more about the tech, whatever, blockchain technology, that's fine. But we all are unified under the umbrella of cryptocurrency. Oh, Melissa's really showing the love tonight with a $10 super sticker. I didn't even know they had $10 super stickers. Wow. You guys are amazing. We really are a crypto family here. We're going to keep it that way. And rest assured, I'm not going anywhere. I'm only doubling and tripling down. We're doing 2 shorts a day. And then the live stream, and then as I ramp up here, we're also going to get some more longer form videos in. Sorry, I can't help it. I feel it. I feel the love. God bless you all. Never apologize for that, right? If you're a crypto family, you got to tell your family you love them sometime. There's nothing wrong with that at all. All right, let me do my price rundown, or I'll just sit here and talk and never actually get into it, because after I do the price rundown, I'm going to go over the coin Melissa wants to share with us. And Melissa says she nailed that coin today. So when we get to that part in just a minute, probably 2 minutes here, give us a rundown of kind of where you got in at, what was your entry, that kind of stuff, how it went down for you. You know, we would love to hear that. So Bitcoin, 79,572. We've dipped under, well, we've been under 80,000, right? But we are under 80,000 currently. You can see you had a lower wick there before. And we're going to get into that into some TA in a minute. Overall market cap of all things in crypto, 2.74 trillion, down 1.1% today. Still looking pretty good overall compared to where we were 2 months ago. Ethereum, $2,266. It's easy to get very zoomed in, and I'm going to start tonight with the BTC one-day chart, right? So that we can really just kind of zoom out and not get too crazy with where we are right this second in this pullback that's going on. There is a good chance that the bull market was not confirmed. I said we needed to get above 83,000, 84,000 and hold it. 2 weeks from now, that's where we need to be. Or we can't really confirm a bull market. I got a lot of this information and stuff from Crypto Jeb. I don't watch a ton of his video, but he did a really good job on that video. And so, there's very few people I listen to besides the Crypto Lifer, but he made a really strong case, and I really liked what he had to say. I did post it in the Hangout. Probably should have put it in what I want people to see. Anyways, Ethereum is $2,267, and we could easily, my point was we could easily wind up going back to where we were before and lower down to maybe 45,000. But one step at a time, one step at a time. None of those are guaranteed. Nothing but the fact of our own ignorance, right? To echo the words of the great Crypto Lifer. BNB, 670. Yeah, sorry, I got thrown off there. $676 for BNB, up 4.5% in the last 7 days. Anything that's holding a green in the last 7 days is pretty good because it's pulled back quite a bit. Love is in the air everywhere I look around. Blues guy is singing us a song, except for that doesn't sound like the blues, man. That sounds like a very upbeat song. Does the blues always have to be bluesy? Can it be upbeat too? Anyways, XRP is $1.43. Solana is $91.20. Dogecoin is moving up. I love to see it. 11, close to, let's just call that 11.5 cents. Still up 2% in the last 7 days. Cardano, 26.5 cents. Hyperliquid, $38.76. Zcash, $527. Do we need to say Bitcoin Cash? We will for today. Bitcoin Cash, $434. Chainlink, $10.25. XMR, $400 on the dot, but you get what I'm saying. $400.78, right? We got Canton Network at a high 15 cents, almost 16, and it's still up 7.3% in the last 7 days. So that's a good look. And as we scroll, you can see the 7-day chart here above my head, and you can kind of look at which ones look similar and which ones do not, which ones are green, which ones are red. XLM, 16 cents. We're going to call that SWE, $1.21, still up 21.5%, and a bit of a kind of falling wedge, but it might also just turn into a rounded bottom because it's just continued for so long there. Meme Core, right? $3.27, down 12.9% over the last 7 days. It has had a large pullback, but it's still holding above $3, which is still holding quite a bit of gains if you got in much earlier. Avalanche, $9.80, and you know what it is for the blues guy. We are running down to take a look at Flare. So Flare is $86. What am I talking about? I totally blanked. What? $86? That's crazy. No, it's number 86 by market cap. I don't know where that came from. Sometimes your mind's in too many places at one time. Anyways, Flare, number 86 by market cap. Love that. Up 11.1% over the last 7 days. And I think it's handling a lot of this negative price action well. Maybe it looks like a bit of a head and shoulder here. Maybe it comes down, does a Fibonacci retracement, all of that jazz. If Bitcoin doesn't want to play ball, I think most things are going to come down. Blues guy says, enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Yes. Very true. Sorry, guys. I got in MRDN when we started talking about it the first time on this channel, and I just held it. I don't remember how much I actually put in. It's not much, but enough for me to know. Nice. I don't put that much money in coins like that. Well, just buying a little bit can do you well. I do it. I put, like, sometimes, depending on the project, sometimes I put $5, sometimes I put $20, $25, and I take a little bit of a shot on some coins. Helen says, good evening. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Chris Goss says, 333, my fellow lifers, givers, gain. We're just having an awesome night in the chat tonight. Who would have thought that a Wednesday? Sometimes I roll in on a Wednesday and I'm like, man, I really don't know who's going to show up on a Wednesday night. And bang, bang, we are doing fantastic in the chat on a Wednesday night. Now, first off, let me bring up CoinGecko somewhere else, right? And we'll type in this MRDN. And I recognize the name of it. I definitely remember going over it. Could I tell you off rip exactly what it is? Maybe not. So it's at 909.7 thousand in market cap. This is small, guys. This is under 1 million. So it's waking up. Is it going to shoulder, head, and then shoulder? I'm not sure. Had a nice pump in the last 7 days. See what it did today, 24 hour. It's down in the 24 hour, but it's definitely way up. You were at 0.008. A high of 0.05. You erased a whole zero there. 1 billion max supply, circulating supply, 26.8 million. Has a base contract. It's got a dot finance. So as we come down to categories, we could infer it's a payment solution in X402 ecosystem. I do think that X402 is going to have its day in the sun. What's up, Reliable Jay? We were just talking about you. Lab went to like $6.70 today. I thought you would probably already know that, right? So X402 protocol, right? Something worth touching on for a minute. It's been around since like 1993. It just handles small payments. It's HTTP code, right? Where you would get like the HTTP / www dot, you know, the old stuff. They used to always have to type in, and now it doesn't even show it, right? It starts, like if you look up here at CoinGecko, it starts everything after all of that, after the www dot, and then you get the rest of your, I don't even know. I want to call it an address because I've been in crypto for so long, but I don't think it's an address. Anyways, X402 is not a brand new technology, but I say we're like I'm doing it, but they're pairing it with AI agents, agentic networks to make micro and small payments super easy for AI agents, and it'll really unlock a lot of function on agentic networks. So here we are, Meridian, X402, payment rails for the agent economy. It says that it's on Aerodrome, which makes sense because that's a liquidity layer for Base, and we know this has a Base contract. One line of code. Again, I think that Base is a great ecosystem to be in, right? Right place, right time can be very important. So you can see that I'm not making this up. The superior HTTP 402 implementation, right? So this has existed, but this is about it being implemented. And you can see down here in their example, right? Add payment middleware to your existing server. And you'll see it says payment middleware, XO Meridian, right? API, data, and then you'll see it says 0.01. What they're really showing you here is this is a micro payment, a very small payment. Now, imagine that you had, your favorite streaming, and you could pay per episode, or your favorite music, maybe you listen to Spotify or something like that, right? And you could listen to just one song and you just paid for it, right? Like you didn't have to buy a subscription. You could just pay, say, 1 penny to listen to one song one time, and that's all you needed because you listen to like 4 songs a month and you don't think that it's worth paying. This is the point of micropayments is where I'm going at. Like this is the point of that HTTP 402 protocol and the implementation into agentic networks. I know, your brains are probably hurt. We're going to raise your crypto IQ, but not so fast. So pump the brakes, pump the brakes. 2-second settlement, Web3 native payments, the most competitive X402 infrastructure available. I like what they're talking about here. If you need an X402 protocol play, I haven't done, the research to stack them against all the other ones, but this is looking pretty good. Right place, right time. I like what they're saying, and it just makes a lot of sense. So if they can kind of capture a lot of the market in X402 protocol niche on Base protocol, then they can do phenomenal here. And, being under 1 million in market cap, this thing could rip. Does it mean that it will? Not necessarily. Where are we at here? Elio, or Elo, Zo. I like your name, man. That's cool. I like Neat. We've talked about Neat before. I could do some TA on Neat if you'd like. Base ecosystem is awesome, definitely. You know, this week's series, I was back and forth between doing the DAO stuff and doing a deep dive into base ecosystem. So just know what that means. It means that next week, what is coming is base ecosystem deep dives, right? Base is always building bigger and bigger. We want to recap on stuff that we've already gone over, but we want to also continue, and who knows, it could turn into 2 weeks here. We're really not sure. So the future of AI is autonomous agents that can hire other agents, pay for services, and participate in the global digital economy. So not to be redundant here, the big eureka moment for the X402 protocol and the agentic network AI agents thing is that they can pay each other. Agents can pay each other for things, so you can set them up to just make money and do different tasks. And like, you might have something specialized for trading, another one might have something specialized for, like, you know, real specialized, like just for liquidity or something, and they communicate with each other and they just pass, you know, a penny here, a penny there to pay for the services. But maybe you own that bot, and with thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of people using it, just even one penny can add up to quite a bit of dough. So that's what I really want to drive home here, right? And this is, again, anonymous AI to AI. So we started in crypto blockchain technology with peer-to-peer, right? Now we're talking about AI to AI. Sometimes they'll still call it peer-to-peer, but it's really agentic network where AI agents are talking to each other. I wish Virtual's ecosystem would wake up. Yes, also Cookie DAO. Bring back Napster, says Reliable J. Ooh, that might be a hard one. I don't know if we could pull that one off. Said, I never had Napster, says Melissa. It was infamous back in the day. Oh, I know about it. Reliable J said, oh girl, you too young. That's pretty funny. No, I'm not. I'm an old bag lady these days. LOL Napster. Reliable J says, you stop that. We won't tolerate no negative talk around here. We crypto family. All right, so this is just a quick going over of what it is. So we've established what it is. It could be a good play in X402 protocols on base. The next move would be to go and actually, like, I really like it. I like that there's not a lot of it out yet, and who knows when more is coming out, right? So we would have to go and kind of compare this. What are our options on X402 protocol? If I wanted to build an X402, or let's put it this way, if I wanted to add some exposure to X402 protocol to my portfolio, what coin would I go after, right? And which ones exist over all of crypto, and then dial it into which ones exist in the base ecosystem. If anybody makes it to the members only stream, remind me and we could dig into that a little bit. I think that would be a great thing to do in the members only, because this thing could be a gem. All right, let's move along here. Back to where we were. Let's get us over to highlights and what is trending. So Firo, we've seen trending. It looks like it gave back everything that it got. Again, Firo's been lackluster. When Monero and Zcash really pumped, we had that really big craze for decentralized exchanges, and then after that we had the big craze for privacy coins. Firo and Horizon, or Zen, available on Coinbase, they were not pumpers. They really didn't move. So it did finally get a move, and I thought, hey, maybe this is starting to do something. We were right about here where it flagged. It did start to pump, and then it just dumped right on everybody. And that was probably due to BTC pulling back. Blues Guy says, you're getting younger by the day. Yes, absolutely. I love that mentality. So let's go and run down these trending, and then we're going to go over to TradingView, and we're going to do a little bit of TA on some things. So feel free to think about some things you might want me to look at TA-wise, and hold on to them. I don't know, maybe send a super chat, but I don't require it because we are a small channel, right? I can kind of get to everybody. Firo, Xano, Lab, of course. Lab still crushing it. Pudgy Penguin, strongest NFT in the game, I usually say, but it's dumping. It could be a good time to pick up some of this. I kind of want to look at Pudgy Penguins because I've always wanted to kind of get a piece of that. VVV, Venice Token is trending. Injective, Ondo, Hyperliquid, Billions Network, Troll, Ethereum. Billions we've been over several times, right, recently. Let's see. Of course, Bitcoin, BitTensor, this Kishu Inu. It's got 28.3 million in it. And this is why, like, look at the X402 project we just looked at. You can see why tech is not everything, right? This thing is probably a meme coin that does nothing. I'm guessing, but it's probably a good guess. And Solana are trending. Let's take a look at this before we go to TradingView because I don't know what this is at all. Kishu, although it does kind of look like every new meme coin I've ever looked at in my life. Let's go to max chart. Maybe it's super old and I just don't even realize it. Whoa, yeah, it is super old. This is April 19th, 2021. Wow. I bought some random meme coins back in the day. Kishu was not one of them. I think there was one called, I remember, man. So Shiba Inu was real big and they were saying, hey, this coin coming out, and it was from some reputable people, right? I just don't know. I don't know if they had their facts right. And they said, like, we don't know, but it seems like it's connected to the same people as Shiba Inu. It's called like Ryujo or something like that. And I bought it and it never did a dang thing. Wow, this has a lot of coins. What even is that? It's in the quadrillion, like 100 quadrillion. That is ridiculous. And they give themselves a .finance website, which is hilarious because it's a meme. It's a dog theme meme. It's been around forever. Created in April 2021 with the goal of being decentralized meme project with a true purpose. I don't know. That doesn't sound like that they nailed it, because if they really had purpose, I don't think we'd be here in 2026, and I have absolutely no idea who they are. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Let's hop over to TradingView. All right, there we go. We are at TradingView. We are on the BTC chart. We are going to look at Meridian. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to look at here. Wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life. Absolutely. Hey, Camps is in the house. I was wondering when he'd show up. Now, the reason why I wanted to come and start at the daily here for BTC is pretty obvious. When we zoom out and we don't freak out about the dip, because look, here's our dip that we got going on here, right? But if you, let's zoom in a little bit so this will make a little bit more sense. It's not the first time, you know, we saw a little bit of a dip here. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like crazy. Then we saw another dip here. That was bigger than the dip that we're at now. I mean, that was what, 4 days? And then of course we had some bigger dips down here. But even recently, we've had 4 days of dumping, right? This brought us, see, that took us from 79,000 all the way down to 74,800. So if we pull the percentage from that fall down, it was like 5.7%. And then let's pull where we are now. And we're only at like a 3.7%. So we got another 2% to go to even match that one over there. Of course, one thing that does kind of come to mind is shoulder, head, maybe another shoulder as that 200. Like, if you never get above that 200, it's looking like what you got going on there, right? And you got that rising channel that could certainly fall down. But either way, BTC back to the 21, all of your moving averages coming in, you know, pretty tight. So see what we can kind of project here, right? Don't love it. It's more of a cylinder, right? Livermore cylinder. Can you look at turbo? Yeah, I'll gladly look at turbo for you. Absolutely. Anything for an undergrounder. Absolutely. Huh. I'm not sure if I love this pattern or if it was just more of like an ascending, right? And then it just fell out of it. There's that. So we'll kind of keep going here. I'll keep the liver cylinder kind of idea open here. I mean, that would take you up to 89,899, but take that with a grain of salt for sure. I don't know how confident I am in that. Said I used to hold, yep, Kishu and Ryu both. Yeah, see, Ryu, that's the one that I bought. Not anymore. I didn't buy a lot of it, and it's sitting in a wallet that I very rarely ever go log into. So I know right where it is, right? I have all my information, but I'm not going to touch it unless it ever pumps. And I never really heard of Kishu, unless it was way back in the day, and I just don't really remember. Cheese dip, get them chips. Oh, Reliable J is rapping. Plague Dog's in the house. Always throwing something in here to let me know he's here. Thank you. I appreciate you. Can you look at Turbo? Yes, I will do that. I see you're taking some poems from Camsta's crypto poem book. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. All right, let's drop down from the daily to the 8 hour. Of course, still above the 200. That's a good look. 8 hour stochastic. Definitely. Here, I want to delete everything. I don't like when there's too many drawings. So the 8 hour stochastic reset. Just starting to curve, right? No longer have any more bottom to bottom out there. And what is this? Can anybody tell me what this is? And don't just say, you know, bearish div. Like, what kind? And don't say bearish div, because it's not bearish div. I feel like I could probably be a double Cam's age. I don't know. I got books of old sayings, right? And how do we feel about something maybe like this? If we're trying to put it in a flag coming down from the bottom here. I just don't like it. It just looks too much like a shoulder, head, shoulder. Now the measured move on it's not insane or anything like that. We have been dumping like all day. So from the neckline there, it could bring you right down to 75,371, something like that. Crypto poems like memes, such an art. Your favorite is Doge. My favorite is Fartcoin, he says. Okay. You're getting famous fast, Camsta, right? He's going to be always remembered as one of the OGs, along with Melissa and pretty much everybody who's here right now, right? You will be known as an OG if you continue to show up. Look at all the OGs over on the Crypto Lifers channel. As I just knocked my chat over. That's very helpful. All right, so let's drop down 4 hour. Am I spending too much time on this? Do you guys care about BTC? Let me know down in the chat. I really just don't like that. Like, it really feels like it should be here. But the 200's kind of everything. You can definitely see down on the stochastic. Sometimes you can see patterns in the stochastic that are not so easy to see, right, in the actual, but it's there. Like, it's here. Like, you're doing it. And the 4 hour is a bigger time frame that makes that inverted head and shoulder a little bit more meaningful. But a very weird, not the best measured move kind of deal. And let's drop down to the 1 hour, right? So this is kind of where I really wanted to start. And again, I'm going to delete anything I drew because I get tired of looking at it. PD knows. All right, so what does this look like to you guys? Because it certainly looks like something to me. That is a bearish continuation pattern as far as I ever know. And I mean, just like if this was flipped upside down, and I always forget, I'm gonna be dead honest, I always forget how to flip this thing upside down, right? What do you do? All right, I'm not gonna try to figure it out right now, but you know, we're under the 200 with the 21 coming up to touch the flag for the drop. I mean, if it was flipped the other way, this would be textbook. Why should we treat it any different? And it still looks like it could take 1, 2, 3, I don't know, somewhere between 2 to 5 hours for this to flag to kind of fill out a little bit and the 21 to come and touch to send it down. But I'd be looking to take this short. Now, if they got everybody really short and then they're going to rip it up, who knows? Treachery. It is Wednesday night. Not that that means it's treachery, but it's kind of my last night of the week that I care about trading. Thursday afternoon, not Thursday afternoon, but Thursday after 12 p.m., Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not interested in trading unless there is something amazing on the charts. Roses are red. I'm an OG. I put my life saving into Toshi. Hey, that could be a good move. There is a calmness to a life lived in gratitude, a quiet joy. Streets raise me because now I'm immune to it. Them dips. Yep, reliable J. Yo, I love what's going on in this chat, bro. Who would have known that today was going to be such an awesome stream? But you guys are the one that make it awesome. And you got to remember, I'm nothing without you guys, and I know it. That's the best part. We're only as strong as our entire community, right? Anyways, this is what I'm looking at for the 1 hour. And, what do? Well, you pull the same thing we always do. Pull our short position instead of the long position. Get us a 3-to-1. That could get us kind of deep. If I could hide, under the 200 or above the 200, that would be nice. So the idea is that by the time this thing kind of fills out, this 200 could kind of just hopefully dip and get me under. I'm going to be honest, I really like it just a little bit higher. It does ruin the 3-to-1 a little bit. You could cheat and just pull it down more, but that's not what you're supposed to do. And let's look at percentage here. What kind of percentage would that give us? That would give us a 3%, right? Throw that on. I usually trade like 21x leverage. So you do the math, right? You do the math there. Maybe I need to turn my leverage up on this one because that short money comes fast. I do love that. And we'll kind of wait it out. Let's go down to the 15. Kind of same deal. Your 21's already involved here. You do have on the 15 that Adam and Eve kind of vibe. It's a little rough, but it's there. Or is it cat ears? We had cat ears the other day. Did that work out? It did, didn't it? Now, this is going to stress me out. Where did we have cat ears the other day? Oh, man. Was that like in the lower time frames? Is that what it was? It was inverted cat ears. It was pretty beautiful looking. I should be able to. It was right here, I think. Look at this. Inverted cat ears. Right? I don't know. It doesn't look like a cat. It looks more like a ghost. But it did the thing. It did the bounce. That's the point. So let's come take a look here. Is that what we're going to get here? Or are we doing more of an Adam and Eve? If you get another ear there, that'll be cat ears, I guess. Anyways, I like it. For turtle soup type stuff, you didn't quite break these, but that is what it is. Here, let's pull this. Fib. You haven't gone to the 786 yet. Yeah, you haven't really gone very low. So what, can we get like a double bottom on the 7 minute? I'm asking a lot of questions. Time will tell, of course, what is going to happen. And I'll just be watching this. Love me some 3 minute time frame. Oh, wow. I have not been paying attention, right? I love when the 1 minute gets above the 200. That is the signal. And I haven't been paying attention at all. See, back here we had the inverted head and shoulder. And it did it, right? You kind of can't make this stuff up. I mean, it's pretty perfect. Wow. So what are we doing here? Kind of shoulder, head, and shoulder on the 1 minute. I'll be keeping an eye on the 1 minute for a potential, like, entry. This looks like it's got a little bit of room it needs to fill out here. So we got like a 1 minute scalp potentially, but we're still inside. And if this pattern is any indication, you have this trend line maybe as resistance up here, which although it didn't go all the way, does kind of look like those two are given some resistance there. Let's get rid of the squiggly line. We don't need that. So see how we kind of have a 1 hour short setup, kind of just watching, just waiting and watching. And then we could even have this scalp here. Will I get into it? I don't know. I've been burned in my 2 last trades, so it makes me kind of not really want to get into it. But we'll see. I'd almost rather get into that 1 hour dump and really, really cook a little bit first. Man, I'm missing this chat. What is going on? It says, how do we know the dip is over? We don't. That's why they did us last night. Remember? Yep. They went long. Hey, I moved my stop. Then we went long. I moved my stop up last night into profit. So they didn't wash me out. And when they got me out, I didn't try to run back in. See, look at that. Look at that ugly action right there. Boom. They would have just wicked you out super hard. That's why I wasn't really eager to take this long, because I know you're high in this pattern. It is very cup, and this would be maybe your handle, right? Draw. I never know who's watching, so I want to make sure that when I say stuff, it makes sense. So you have a cup and a handle. So you kind of have that going on. That would give you a much bigger measured move. But this was kind of obviously a shoulder, head, and shoulder pattern here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And it played out. Matter of fact, I haven't done it, but if we pull the measured move here, what are the odds that it's like perfect? Let's make sure we have that dialed in. It was more like right there. I mean, it would have put you right there. So like, sometimes you just got to trust a pattern a little bit. No, I don't. Oh my goodness. The chat off the rails tonight. Absolutely. Keep it going, guys. If you stick with them charts, you see them trend. You can see inflows and outflows. Tell me when reversal is about to play out. So many indicators nowadays, right? Exactly. Meow. Yep. Cat ears. Always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else. Blues guy doing his thing with the motivation. I've been playing Lab so hard it's almost automatic dip and rip like a roller coaster. I hope you've been getting paid, brother. I hope it has been treating you well. So 1 minute stochastic reset, not a big deal. I like to watch the 3 minute a lot of the time. It's kind of changing this pattern a little bit here. Now I'm seeing something more like this. That's honestly very ugly. And yeah, I'll pretty much just delete all of this stuff. Delete. See how that inverted head and shoulder definitely did its thing. Delete. Because now it seems pretty obvious to me that this is an M pattern. I guess you could include this shoulder. But either way, M pattern there. So we'll just keep waiting and watching. All right, now we're going to move along. I said that I would go over the MNDR kind of thing. Wow, look at Truth. It never even flagged out. I mean, I'm sure it did flag out a little bit on, like, say, your 15 minute. Nah, not really. It just mostly made inverted head and shoulders and ripped. Very interesting. Too many coins in the game. Let's delete all that, TA, right? And Truth is just ripping hard. It's got to be super overextended on the daily. Yeah, it absolutely is. Dude, look how far away this thing is from the 21. Looks like a great short down to the bottom. And just wait for the 1 minute to, like, lose the 200, right? You could just start shorting Truth every time the 1 minute loses the 200. And you will probably eventually catch a big dip. Right here you caught a big one. And maybe don't do the 1 minute, right? That might be a little bit too obvious. Doesn't this seem like it's rolling over a little bit? Come up to like the 5 here. I mean, it does look like it's doing the thing, right? It has been very parabolic, so... Am I reaching there? And it's already broke out. Says Truth could get to like 0.029. Call it 0.03. All right, so we were looking for MNDR. No, that must be wrong. What was the ticker? It says you right about that, Jay. Don't be shy to have a self-journal. I've learned to keep track of your trading voyage. Yeah, that's great. I always mean to do it, and I don't, and I wish that I did. And now I'm eating grapes. Hey, grapes are great. I was just absolutely crushing some watermelon before the stream. Hey, I own truth, says Blue Sky. Well done. It's pumping. MNRD, no. DR, no. It might just not. Wow, and there it is. MRND. Okay. MRND. Whoa, I didn't erase the other stuff. And now it says it doesn't find anything at all. Oh, it's DN. Boy, I am just absolutely messing it up. And I still didn't really find anything but what I was already looking at. Let's do the spot opponent. Now we got to do weeks. Just because, shout out to Andy, the owner of Weeks. Let's do potentially there, maybe. Let's get off of the 5 minute, that's for sure. And let's go take a look at something like the 15. And you really did have kind of an amazing pump today, right? Say, oh, it did not grab my price measure. 519% today. Wow. I wish I could pull exactly what the market cap was down there. I would have to go back to CoinGecko to do that. To me, it kind of looks like a nice fib retracement. And if this thing is hot, I wouldn't expect to get too deep of a fib retracement, but you're already bouncing at the 0.5. And look at the bounces. Like, can you make this stuff up? Like, perfect bounce at the 0.38. Perfect bounce at the 0.5. What are we just gonna like stair step our way down? Perfect bounce. In a perfect world, that's how it would go. Definitely would keep an eye on this thing. Definitely would throw an alert down here, so I know if this thing really does the pullback. I'd kind of like to see that. Might be a good time to get into it. Probably very easy coin to get into given its base ecosystem. Always eat fruit with seeds, always. Yes. Sometimes when they're out of season, it's hard to get fruit that doesn't have seeds. Or that does have seeds when they're not in season. I didn't mean to make that so. I guess it is very V-ish, right? I mean, could we do something like that? Give us a double bottom there? I don't know, be eagerly kind of watching this. In order to get to my 786 buy, you got to lose the 15-minute 200, which is just not really a good look, right? But if BTC just keeps dropping, then I don't know. Now, we were talking about on the Lifers channel, is money just rotating into altcoins, or is it rotating back into Tether as people got, liquidated or stop losses were triggered, all of that fun stuff. All right, so let's move right along. If anybody has a coin they want me to look at, throw it in the chat. I'm trying to think, did somebody say something? Somebody did ask me to look at something. It was Elio, right? Elio, you asked me to look at a coin, if I'm not mistaken. LO00, so let me know. It's on Coinbase. Oh, okay. Wow. Dang, that small of a coin. It's already on Coinbase. Let me know what that coin was, because I know you asked me to look at something, but I don't want to spend forever scrolling back through everything. Let's just roll through and take a look at some things. Yep. Of course, this dipped. Did not get the love. It's a better buy now. I never did buy it. You are under the 200 on the 1 hour there. Canton started to rip out of this flag. And then we were projecting, really hoping for another rip there. Ended up being more of like a falling wedge that broke out, fake out, dumped hard. Been a little bit scandalous here. We got render. On the daily, we were trying to project here. We got to come back, kind of fix them. I don't really believe that right now is the best time to be trying to buy altcoins. unless we're rotating into altcoins, but I don't really think that that's the case. Neat and Turbo, got you. Thank you. It looks like it might be rotation into alts. I would be hesitant. I would be very hesitant on that. This does look like a cup and handy for render for sure, so keep that in mind. All right, let's go take a look at Neat first. Let's look at it. I want to look at it spot. This is a 15 minutes. I at least go to the hour. Let's see if we go to the 4 hour. How much? Yeah, we have a little bit of price history. It's not bad. I mean, look at this. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Where's the measured move on that? I mean, reaching for it, it basically puts you right back targeting those highs there, which is, I think, quite realistic. Let's drop in to, let's just zoom in, right? Big fallen wedge. Just like kind of BTC is looking like on the hourly. Don't love that. Let's make it nice. Maybe I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. It has its pros and cons. Oh, wow. I mean, that thing, if you would have got in that trade down here, I mean, you would have really, it would have been sketchy because you would have been losing the 1 hour 200, right? The breakout was actually above the 1 hour 200, so kind of like that. Let's drop to the 15 here. And wow, this looks like it could be pretty good. Are you already getting the breakout of this 15-minute flag? Because it's somewhat substantial. And this thing has been ripping like straight up wicks. And that would take you past our measured move, right? That would take you all the way to 0.048, which is, let's grab our percentage tool. That's like a 30% move, but it could come fast, right? Like, big wicks up, big wick, big wick. That just shows like a willingness to go up fast. Like there's a willingness to buy it at higher prices, which is very interesting. Do we have kind of an all-time high here? So yeah, all-time high is rather recent. And I mean, you can see the cup and handle. Kind of a beautiful cup and handle if you ask me, right? Again with the measured move on the cup and handle. Says you could go to all new time highs here for Neat. Alright, let's get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need. Kind of just makes it confusing. Let's get back to the 15. Could definitely see the breakout. Could also see shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. But I would go more with the flag that's broken out. Beautiful, above the 200, touching the 21, getting the breakout. It's very intriguing. Now, if the 1 hour dumps super hard, is this coin going to care? Is it not going to care? That is the question. And for the heck of it, let's roll down into like, let's go to 5 minute. Actually, the 3 minute looks like it was doing the exact same thing. It's a little flat. That's okay. I never mind. Don't read into that. And then there we go. So you see how there's trades all over the place. It just depends on what time frame you're looking at. And if I want a 3-to-1, I don't want to be too close to the bone, right? Bang. And put you under this little area over here, right? Under that. If it is kind of imming out, well, I don't get too crazy on the M's. I like to see a bigger flag on a low time frame than like a little M on a 3 minute. Doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But you can see that you have this pretty nice gap in the VRVP here. Let's try to get all of those candle bodies in there. And you see this gap. And then after that, where the heck are you going, man? It could go all new time highs super fast. And they have it on weeks. They have it on weeks. Says you could get 30% pretty fast. Thank you, sir, for looking at coin for me. I truly appreciate it. And you, sir, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you for the super chat. People sending in super chats to look at a coin deep dive or TA. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome thing. I don't know what's up with our super chat goal. It says 1, and I don't really understand that at all. We definitely have more. That thing has been broken lately, and I don't know what the deal is with that. So I kind of would like to take this on a higher time frame kind of move, Let's go to like the 4 hour, right? And I mean, a lot of times when I'm doing TA myself, I would just do this. Bang. I don't even need to really draw anything from the breakout. Come over here. After you've been doing it a long time, this is all you really need to do. And get my 3 to 1 fixated. Again, just a little let you know, if you look here, it gives you like color coordinated, right? So you're like, where is that? Because there's no line and it's not like written for you. The green top target is going to be green up here, and the red stop loss target is going to be here, and vice versa, of course, if you're using a short position and not a long. So what's really left here on the table? About 35% on the 4 hour. It's already wicked. That wick kind of tells me that it really does want to move up there. This looks pretty good. Your stochastics have plenty of time to run. You kind of have the hidden bullish divergence here. It's not beautiful, but it's like a class. I don't know. I get confused exactly on class B, class C, that kind of thing, but it's one of the classes for sure. Just a few acts of self-discipline. Practice daily over a reasonable period of time. There you go. That's success for you. And if you like some motivational stuff, I have been posting them on YouTube daily. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is I can make it so that it, instead of going, oh man, this is just running away, it makes me really want to go get into this. I don't know if it's the best idea, but I think we should do it. Let's see. Let's go Chrome. Let's go to weeks. You can see a little trade that I hit today. Been doing all right, and I lost my last 2, and it kind of pulled me back under $30. I was not super happy about that. Let's go here. Let's pull up neat. A lot of times these coins are kind of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. Oh wow, it's not bringing anything up for it? I thought it was on weeks. I thought we just saw it. Let's refresh this, because I don't think it's doing it right. We haven't even made it to turbo yet. Looks like it was kind of breaking to the upside already. That 15 minutes about to absolutely rip. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it was just malfunctioning. Am I tripping? I could have swore they had it here. Yeah, right here, spot. Oh, they only have it spot. Spot. Okay, so nobody actually has this on perpetuals. That sucks. Dude, I watched them, seen the Miami videos too, was looking good. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for saying that. And I filmed quite a few when I was in Miami, so those will be coming soon. There's 2 different things I got going on. As I move over to turbo, I'll talk about it. Some good trade for neat, but I can only buy at spot, so I can't really hit like the nice big leverage trade that I really want to hit with it because it looks amazing. But who knows? Maybe it rolls over in my face and I'm glad I never took it. But anyways, I have two series. I have like my motivational Jim Rohn mixed with, you know, a lot of other motivational speaker type stuff. And that's going to come out in the morning. It's actually posting at like 6 a.m. my time. But it's really so that the algorithm can figure it out and post it and really get it pumping by like, say, 8 a.m. And then for that 8 to 9 window. But you guys don't care about that. The motivational stuff in the morning. And then around 5:36 p.m. will be when my crypto IQ raising topic of the day, video of the day is going to come out, right? Oh, you know what? I have it on spot. Here, let me do something. I do this to help me get to my charts faster. Let's take spot off. So I was right. It is only spot. I thought maybe it was only spot because I had it on spot, right? All right. I know turbo's everywhere. But anyways, if you like that stuff, watch it. It does a good job of bringing more subs in. I got to be better about doing it and just dialing in a little bit more. Only spot on weeks. Yep, absolutely. A good way to look is come over to TradingView because if they don't have a chart for it, it probably doesn't exist, right? Like if you can't find a perpetuals on a coin, it probably doesn't exist. And if you need TradingView because you don't buy TradingView, you can get away with like the free basic TradingView, but it's very limited. How many things you can put on your watch list, how many indicators you can have on at one time, very limited. I have a link in the description, all my links down in the description. Check them out if you need anything, you want to trade on weeks, all of that fun stuff. So let's just grab one here. I don't know why I'm hesitating. I always feel like I have so many things to say to you guys. I'll be thinking about it all day. And then I get here, and then I remember 2 hours, 3 hours from now when I hop off that I never got to tell you. Nah, that doesn't feel right. What this feels is, this feels right. It's very obvious support and resistance. Looks like a good bounce for turbo. And we will get rid of this thing and we will try to, not try. We will grab a measured move that says, hey, there you go. And notice that that measured move is also the measured move to like your falling wedge, right? That gives you that other shoulder. But I would say this very much looks like it could go to 0.0014. We will come in. I don't know. This looks kind of juicy here. Pull our long position because it's got a big measured move. This looks nice. I might have to go trade some turbo on this one. Thank you for being here, LO00. Because this looks like a great trade. I mean, getting a 3-to-1 gets you pretty deep, right? Gets you pretty well under all of this stuff here. Doesn't quite get you. What would be perfect is if you got under this, but still can be a little hard with a meme coin, right? Like doing this setup here versus doing this setup, say, on BTC can be very drastically different. And this already kind of shows me that you're likely going to go to here, right? That looks far more likely. So like an 8% move. And then if it does go there, you actually could kind of get down under that low. This kind of looks like the trade to me. And let's see, you lost some wicks here, but closed candles, 2 under the 15, like several under the 15, and you popped every time. This looks like a pretty good move to me, right? Undo whatever I just did, yeah. So that's technically the measured move, but when you really look at the POC here of the range, from the VRVP, the visual range volume profile, you have this big node out here. So, oh, you have, okay, hold on. You also have a really big node right at the target, so that tells me it could definitely stop right there. And you can see it. Everybody know what I'm talking about? These nodes where they stick out. Those will be points of resistance and then later support, or support and then resistance. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I greatly apologize. No, I have turbo up here. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Think your screen is stuck. Yeah, it wasn't stuck. I was on TradingView, and you guys were stuck on weeks on Chrome. You have to go back and do it all over again. Yeah, I will. So, I mean, this is basically what I'm saying here. I really didn't do a whole lot, except for I came right here. I saw this double bottom, and then I saw that double bottom kind of turned into an inverted head and shoulder, right? So then I grabbed our measured move of an inverted head and shoulder. Bing. And then... Okay, I saw you call him, Melissa. But you probably realized that I got it now. Thank you that you call and you would actually let me know. Very nice of you. You heard what I was saying, right? But you didn't see what I was doing. Sometimes I get so into it, I need to check my chat a little bit more. So anyways, here you are. Turbo 15 minute. This looks like a great trade, in my opinion. That is an inverted head and shoulder. And you could get deep enough. This is kind of what I was showing, is you have this support here, which it's pretty much right on that support, right? And you have this lower wick, but then you have this bounce over here, right, where it bounced. And you can see that that area was also very much resistance there, right? So it was resistance here, it was support here. That's an SR flip. That gives it a little bit of strength. And then first you kind of have to break this region. Oh, it didn't do it. I love when it doesn't actually grab the things. And then you have these regions. So this is kind of what I'm looking at for resistance. And see, even getting, whoa, that's not a 3-to-1. What happened? Oh, because I changed, I know what it is. I changed the upper part. So, yeah. You can see here that your high volume node is up here. That's why I had kind of moved up to that being my target. But when you actually really zoom out and incorporate the higher stuff, you'll see that there's actually some levels here that could stop you. And one of those is right at your point, right? So either way, Turbo looks pretty good. It is losing the 15-minute 200, but also you did that several times here in this inverted head and shoulder. Do you want to call it a cup and handle with a double bottom? Usually cup and handle shouldn't go all the way back to the bottom. That would pretty much make it, you know, a double bottom that turned into an inverted head and shoulder, but a nice measured move nonetheless. I hope that that serves you well. Let's see, we got Andre Mato Music. Cool meeting you the other day in Miami, bro. Much love. Hey, welcome in. I was waiting to see you roll into the chat because you said you were going to come to the channel sometime. Reliable J is in the house as well. It was awesome to meet you in Miami. It was also, you know, a great time at that meetup. Those burgers and fries really hit the spot. I hope you got some of that. Yeah, you're the person who told me you stay in Miami, right? Like you stay very close to Miami or in Miami. It's good to know. I'm never all that far away. If you become a regular here, who knows? Maybe we can meet up and kick it some other time when I'm over in that region, right? So again, thank you for being here. It was great meeting you. It's funny, I've been kind of watching out for you for a few days here. And there it goes. Looks like it's about to go. All right, so now let me put you back over to weeks. Let's check this out real quick. And we're already over an hour in, and we're just getting started here. I'm gonna have to start the stream earlier or something. I don't know if that'll really work out though. So let's roll over and pull up Turbo. They gotta have Turbo. There's no way they don't have Turbo. but it can get weird. Like it can get weird real fast when it comes to funding rates, measurement, all that stuff, right? So let's plug in our numbers here. Let's see if we can even get the numbers. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. So it's 0.0013 for your take profit. For your take profit, I think I might be short of zero there. What is going on? Why does it put me negative? It's very weird. Shouldn't be negative. Okay. Stop loss. Oh, because I don't have any money in it. That's what it is. That's what it is. And then our stop loss here is 0.00133. We're just setting it up. Let's see what this looks like. And I think, why is it like set up like a short position? I don't really get that. Why is that? This is weird. Why is my take profit negative, but my stop loss is positive? I'm really confusing myself here. What is going on? I'm not doing something right. Give me a minute. Let me fix it. 0.001336. There we go. Okay. That's not a very good... Okay. Yeah. I see what's going on here. I need more numbers. That's my problem. And then the stop is 0.001330. That's where I'm messing myself up. No, that's not good. Very confusing here. Very confusing. So 0.001289. Grabbing the wrong thing. So you're risking... I don't even know what's going on anymore. You're risking $12 to make $7? It's not even a 3-to-1. And thank you, cool to see you here supporting the community, the undergrounders, the back room of the crypto knowledge. Yeah, thank you for saying that. And you caught us at a fun moment. I'm kind of showing how, we set up a trade on TradingView with our normal, risk reward ratio like Sam would teach you. But when you apply it to an actual meme coin, a lot of time, it can be very difficult to even get that deep. Let's see what a liquidation for a long would be. 0.00125. Okay, so my stop loss is above my liquidation, but kind of barely. And I just, this should be a 3-to-1. Like if I'm risking 12, I should be like capable of making, 3 times what I would be losing. And this doesn't seem to be like that at all. So let me go double check something real quick. Okay, that's why. 0.001405. For whatever reason, it was just giving me all the wrong numbers. 0.004. Yeah, 1405. See, that makes more sense. You'd be risking $12 for $36. And we could dial this down so we're not risking quite as much. And it says, hey, would I risk $2 for $7? Yeah, absolutely. And okay, so now when we open it, we got to hit last, right? So we can get like the lowest. We're on the 1 minute chart. I'd rather be a little bit, yeah, let's go to a different chart here. This looks good. Like you're all in these bottoms here. And we could always add slightly to the trade later. I want to get at least $2 in it. And we are trading very small and stuff. This is all about kind of showing, you know, how to turn it. If you can't turn $25 into $50, then what's the point of trying to throw $1,000 in and losing that? Says Andre. I'm Andre. Pleased to meet you. Absolutely. And there it goes. Had a feeling it's going to want to come sweep some of this stuff here. All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and hop in. Risk $2 for $7. It's great risk-reward ratio. They're burning me on the position here. Probably hang out and just wait to see if it fills, though. Because don't run away on me. Could run away on me here. Come down, fill my position. Limiting in can be stressful, right? And I have so much stuff to go over and tell you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and limit in there. Come on. Oh, and then it moved up again. Oh my goodness, this is driving me nuts. Let's go. Fill me. Fill my order. Okay. It did finally fill my position. A little higher than I wanted, but whatever. We're risking $2 for like $6. It's a 3-to-1. Of course, it immediately dumps down. If I would have been patient, probably would have filled. But I don't want to sit here and stare at this all night, right? So what I want to do is I want to come into TradingView and I want to set an alert so that I know if it does what I want it to do. And I set one at the next lower wick, and then I set one right above the 200, and let's see if we get it. The stochastic has reset. I know you guys are just seeing over here, but you can see on the 15-minute, the stochastic RSI has reset. You have this nice inverted head and shoulder. You could say you have a big, you know, gonna make a big cup and then a handle. I don't know. Then it would show up on like the 1 hour. Very interesting. You're at some lows, some bottoms. You have a lot of room on the 1 hour stochastic. Let's move right along and let me tell you guys a story that might just raise your crypto IQ. Hopefully, Andre is still here and hasn't gone nowhere, because this is where we get into what this channel is really about, which is raising that crypto IQ. So every week we do a series. We've been talking about DAOs. What is DAOs? Decentralized autonomous organizations. They are the governance of a lot of projects. So we talked about Monday what it is, like what is a DAO, right? Just basic definitions and what the idea is. Then we talked yesterday, about, you know, what that really entails, what really is the process that you go through in order to do that. And then tonight we're going to talk about some other things like, how do we necessarily feel about it? Is it truly decentralized? Is it really better than the centralized forms of governance that we have known for all of humanity, really? So one of the most powerful ideas in crypto is that communities can govern themselves. Instead of executives and boards, token holders make decisions together. At least that's the vision. At least that would be the idea. But in reality, introduces a familiar problem. Reality introduces a familiar problem. I read that wrong. Participation, right? If you live in America, which I know some of you do, this is kind of what we talk about a lot here in our country. Participation. They say for the people, by the people, but if the people don't participate, then how could it be carrying out their will? This is relevant because it's kind of the same idea, right? So most people don't vote consistently, right? They may hold governance tokens, but they do not read proposals. They don't debate ideas or cast votes. This is very true. I hold some governance tokens for quite a few projects that they gave me for staking and stuff like that. I've never voted on anything, ever. I don't even pay attention to it. And it's because it's a lot of work. I've said this before on this channel, that it is just a lot of work to do that. Let's see. Let me keep up with this chat, because I think somebody's saying goodbye. I believe you got in at a good position. We'll see. Talk to you later. Out, y'all. Hey, thanks for coming. Glad you spent some time with us. I hope that it's a good position. We did the right risk-reward ratio, so I'm not stressing it. We risk $2 for $6. If it hits, it'd be kind of amazing, right? So most people don't vote consistently. This is a big problem with governance, right? They may hold governance tokens, but they do not read proposals, debate ideas, or cast votes. This creates a vacuum. And if you are an American, then this may start to make you understand a little bit more what we deal with in our government. And in any system, vacuums tend to be filled by the most motivated participants. Applying this to other things really should open your eyes. Motivated participants are large holders, delegates, core contributors, founders. So the question becomes deeper than just technology. It becomes the question about human nature. Do people actually want to govern? Do they actually want to be involved? Or are they just absolutely too busy? Or do they prefer the idea of having a voice while in a smaller group does the work, right? They want to have a voice, but they want smaller groups to really carry out the work. That tension sits at the center of DAO governance, and I would argue it kind of sits at the center of all governance, no matter where it is. And it raises an uncomfortable possibility. Decentralization may distribute ownership more easily than it distributes responsibility. And I think that we're really onto something here. If you've never really gone deep on DAOs, if you didn't even know that a DAO stands for decentralized, autonomous organization, and you are in the right place to raise that crypto IQ. That peace sign looks like Playboy. That's pretty funny. All right. So let's go check on our trade for a half a second here. We're down 11 cents. I'm not sure if we'll be able to ever recover from that. This is like the power of proper risk-reward ratio is I don't have to sweat this at all. Like I really don't. I would like to be a little lower, to be honest with you. But I really don't have to sweat this thing. And what does this look like? This little area here kind of reminds me of right here before it pumped up. I would like to kind of get a little bit more in a trade. But I don't want to get over positioned here where I could lose like half of my money. That would not be very smart. And it doesn't matter if I had $28 or $2,800 or $28,000, $280,000. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to lose half of it. So there you go. Nice gap up to the 200 though. I mean, you've been getting rejected, but I mean, you could move back to that 200 and that could be a good place to start moving that stop up. So now we wait and see. Let's roll back into the 1 minute. I might want to add, another $2, right? Make it like $4 for $12. That would be pretty cool.
Spread your love. And hear what I'm saying now.
Have another $1 ready to add whenever. So let's get back to talking about some DAOs. Welcome in, welcome everybody. Smash that like button, subscribe. I see a few people hopping in. We are talking about DAOs, right? If you don't know what a crypto DAO is, well, you've come to the right place. It is a decentralized autonomous organization. What is it really about? It's about the governance. It's about taking governance, the idea of governance. Doesn't matter if you're talking about, a company or a government of a country. Well, we're now talking about decentralized blockchain protocols. They need some kind of guidance. They need some kind of governance, right? So first I want to talk about voter apathy. Most token holders do not participate regularly. Now, we could get on our high horses and be like, come on, guys. Everybody says they want to have decentralization, but you guys don't want to put in the effort. The world turns up the heat a little bit on everybody. You got to work. You got to do things. You got kids. You got a wife. You got to go date night. You got to do this. You got to buy the car, the house, this, that, gold chains, watches. Depends on where your mind's at, right? But to then turn around and participate in the governance of Mobox, some crazy project, or anything. It could be Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's just a lot of extra work. So you're telling me now on top of my entire life and my drowning and just all the things I have to do. I got to read proposals that are put out and then debate people on them. I think this is the bigger reason. I don't think it's because people don't want to have a voice. In the story I told you to set this up, this IQ raising event, if you like it, smash the like button and subscribe. We do have a link to our free Discord in the chat. But I also want to say, like, we don't want to be too hard on people with this, because I can understand why they don't want to take the time to basically be involved but not getting paid. But think about who would take the time to do that. Whales, people who have a large stake in what happens in one proposal, could greatly affect them. They tend to be the most motivated party. Large token holders can wield disproportionate influence. Now, is every DAO set up to where, how many coins you have is how much power you have or leverage in the voting? No, I've seen some that are set up differently, but most of them are. Same thing with the stock. The more you own, the more you own of that company. You own 90% or 80% of the stocks in a company. You own 80% of that company, right? And you kind of have an 80% vote. It's not about fair, it's about money. Token ownership equals or doesn't equal governance expertise, right? Because you own the token doesn't mean that you're expertise at governing or guiding this thing. So owning tokens doesn't automatically mean somebody understands complex proposals or complex ideas or is even smart. Delegation as a solution. So delegates can improve participation but also concentrate influence. So this is saying, like, hey, I'm never going to vote. I know that I'm not going to vote. Somebody says, hey, I'd like to buy your voting rights, your voting power, or I want them. Maybe they buy it. Maybe they just ask for it, whatever it is. And you delegate your whatever percentage. Say you have 2% in the governance, and you own 2% of the supply. And so you give it to whoever, and they go ahead and they vote for you on top of maybe what they already have. But if they do this with 20, 30% of the people who are not voting, if you imagine 70 to 80% are probably not voting at all, if they can get a large percentage, now they can have real influence. So governance theater, right? Some systems appear decentralized while real power remains concentrated. A quick example of this would be if I'm the founder. Maybe there's 2-3 of us, right? And we're the founder of a project. We have a DAO, so we're all decentralized. We're all in the blockchain ethos and idea. But really, we have, between the 3 of us, we've got 75% of all the governance tokens and governance ability. As long as we kind of agree on what we want to do or what we don't want to do, we pretty much control what's going on, right? So human nature matters. Technology cannot force people to become engaged governors, right? You just can't. It's going to take some time for people to really care. These projects are going to have to get big. And again, if you don't have a large stake, it might simply not be worth your time. As people who really believe in the blockchain technology, we don't want to hear that, right? Like, we can't have their governance and our decentralization because it's not worth people's time. Yeah, it is. They're busy, and life is like slowly drowning everybody, is what it seems like. And I do believe that a lot of it has to do with keeping you from having the time to focus on anything, build anything, vote on anything, read bills or read proposals. Like, what's really the difference between reading a bill in your local government or, higher up federal government if you're in America, or reading a proposal in one of these projects, right? It's kind of the same responsibility there. Decentralization can distribute ownership, but responsibility is harder to decentralize. So there you go. One of the most powerful ideas in crypto is that communities can govern themselves, and that's where you started. Taking everything we just said, come back to the top. Communities governing themselves is kind of a basis of decentralization of a project. Let's go check on our trade. It's kind of doing a whole lot of nothing, right? It looks like a inverted Bart Simpson, right? I hear governance and I get helium PTSD. He says pumping on the way. I think he means pump on the way. I call it. Hey, there you go. Can you delegate the vote on Flare? Probably. I mean, it's just to give your coin voting power to somebody. Keeps acting like it's going to do something, but hasn't done it yet. BTC coming to Flare in a few days. Oops. You have the amount of votes equal to the amount of wrap Flare you own. Yep, exactly. If that ain't big. All right, starting to get a little candle here. Very interesting. And man, there's a lot of things we haven't talked about, like the Fear and Greed Index. Fear and Greed Index is at 34. And where was it yesterday, you might ask? I think it was 38. No, it was at 42 and 47. So we really pulled back a lot today, which is totally understandable when the price drops pretty dramatically. Speaking of price dropping pretty dramatically, I just want to bounce back to BTC on TradingView. And just look at that 1 hour that we had up. And actually pull it into the 15. Okay. I mean, it's very... I don't know. I'm guessing there. But you're consolidating in it. That 21, I want to see the hour 21. I mean, when you were, if you flip this upside down, right? One, you'd be thinking you were booming, but when these moving averages start getting really far apart, a lot of times it pulls you back to the 200. Now, you'd be used to them getting far apart and falling, price action falling down, but that's because you're above the 200, right? The gravity is not like always down like you would think of gravity on Earth. To me, the gravity is always to the 21 and the 200, right? 21 first and then the 200 day moving average on any time frame. That's just kind of how I think about it. But Blues, whoever created Wrap Flare, has the most and still controls everything almost, so to say. Yeah. No, sir, because he ain't allowed to vote. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and so what we need to see is that governance is not so much a horrible idea, right? But they need to sophisticate it. They need to make it easier to, like, there's projects I'm in. I know they have a DAO. Where do I go to see proposals? Like, I don't see proposals when I go to their main website. I don't see so it needs to be more in your face. More people caring and saying things about it on social media. There needs to be an easier, quicker, an app on my phone where I can just hit yes or no, right? Simple voting makes life easy. And just all that kind of stuff to make it so we're going to need to evolve and integrate governance and how DAOs work and voting. Like Blues Guy just said, taking the person who created Flare or Wrap Flare or whatever and making them not able to vote really evens the playing field. That's a good idea. So we're still kind of watching this BTC 1 hour bearish continuation pattern, right? Good for a negative 3% move down to 77,000. I hate to see BTC dump. I'd much rather see it move back above the 200 and run there. But we'll see. We shall see. I mean, up here, so it's far more of an ascending triangle, right? This almost looks like, you know, when these rip up, they rip, you know, hard and they go parabolic. So anything is possible. Hugo Phylon, amazing man, bro. Flare completely decentralized. You know, Blues knows everything there is to know about Flare. They need to have that. Yeah. A lot of projects could learn from that for sure. Anyways, that's what we were looking at. Doesn't look like we've done much here. For Turbo, the 15-minute, we're just dialing in to get the entry because I am kind of thinking I wouldn't mind taking this short for BTC. But it's got to not make a, you know, Adam Eve or inverted head and shoulder or something bullish. All right. Let's not get too much time lost on that. And quickly, let's just go. I say quickly, but let's go look at what the trending coins are. There's been so many new coins out. I've been constantly hammering home that a lot of them have to do with institutions, financial payment rails, stuff like that, and then some AI. Those are like the two hot things for new projects that haven't generated tokens yet. So this is Charms AI. I can only imagine where we're going with this. Charms is a platform for creating AI characters, wink, with on-chain economies, memories, and community ownership. How much money have they raised? 1.5 million. Not very much in the scheme of things. They have a confirmed airdrop. Charms has announced the public launch of its platform, where you can create your own characters development. But are they in mainnet or are they in testnet? That's what I want to know. Testnet means free tokens and I can build stuff and do stuff and like get maybe an airdrop without spending real money. Mainnet means you got to put some real money up. It could be really cheap, but real money. So go to the website, create a character. In the chats tab, select your character and start a chat. Start chat with other characters. So can I just make my character talk to other characters? Because I don't want to talk to nobody's characters. Top up balance. Trade character tokens. This better all be in testnet. Create a character. Okay, this is very interesting. And I guess maybe you could get some airdrop. Complete the task to qualify for potential AI airdrops and rewards. Well, it said confirmed. So how do we go from confirmed to potential? Powered by money or money score. They give it a pretty low score here, right? Let's go to the website, see if there's anything actually. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to go to the website. I want to go to X. That's what I meant to do, and see if there's anything even relevant being talked about airdrops here. And follow me, Crypto Ron, with a blue check mark. You'll see me in the little thumbnail. Follow me on X if you don't already. Make sure no wallets are linked to owners and they get votes. Yeah, there you go. Soon you'll hear all exchanges starting with Uphold talking of offering yield on their platform. But yeah, it makes perfect sense, Blues Guy, because basically they just have to go tap into the ecosystem that's already been built. Very easy for them to do and very easy for them to offer. Flare, I think, is going to be huge because it's fully decentralized and security is the biggest part. They were finalizing the last proposal that was accepted a couple weeks ago. It's on, bro. I'm not bullish at all. Sorry, guys, kind of stole the chat in here. It's all good. If other people slowed down, you fill the void. Let's see. We raised 1.5 million. See, the thing is, like, they have an airdrop, but it's like they don't have a lot of money. What's the use case? How much do we think people would actually use it? Real users chatting 1.3 thousand. Real creator reward 1.1 thousand is very small. I mean, unless we're all getting 1.1 thousand. Okay, so this guy's earning 1.1 thousand in creator fees. Ooh. He already earned $1,000. This is very interesting. Bounce back to the trade. We're up a little bit. We're up a little 17 cents. I don't mind that. Cool. Yep, follow me over on X. Let's get back to where we were. Probably have plenty of coins to roll through here. So Charms AI, Aserio, Elliptic, Judgment Labs. We went over these yesterday. I'm pretty much just going to read descriptions. We can't go through every single one of them. It's going to be like a 5-hour stream. Aserio is an institutional-grade stablecoin saving platform powered by Sky Savings Rate, right? And that would be what used to be MakerDAO, rebranded to Sky. I see the plasma, right? Isn't that the plasma icon there? So they're teamed up there. It's a yield aggregator in the Sky, which used to be Market DAO ecosystem. So there you go. And that's Austerio. Again, it's institutional grade stablecoin. You have Elliptic, Elliptic is a company that provides blockchain analytics and risk management tools focused on digital assets. I'll spend a little bit more time on projects that we haven't ever gone over before, like this Judgment Lab, right? Very interesting. Anybody notice anything about their logo here? Kind of combined with the name. I might be reaching a little bit, but I don't really like that. Judgment Labs enables to improve AI agents from production data. Okay, so they're into data. They've raised $32 million. Looks like their biggest backer here is Lightspeed. Let's see what tier he's in as a VC. Does it say? I know I clicked the wrong. Oh, he's a tier 2 VC. Okay. You're like, why does that matter? Why does it not matter? So he's the lead investor here. Let's roll to the website. So the continuous improvement stack for agents. Monitor and improve your agents' behavior at scale. Very interesting. Agents misbehave in ways that are hard to detect and fix. Digging too deep wastes time on one-offs, but skipping investigation risks customer buyers. There you go. So they're saying if you ignore too much, you could really have a big problem, but digging into every little thing that somebody says, hey, it did something weird, could take all of your time forever. Then we have this LADS, which is a warp. Very interesting. I don't know what this is. LADS is a Laos National Digital Technology Group and issuer, if you know where Laos is, of ASEAN USD or USDA stablecoins. This is like for a stablecoin. It seems very interesting. It's very specific to a country, the country of Laos. Stablecoin protocol. And Amico Brands, a big backer here. What did they raise? Nothing. I don't see any raising rounds, seed rounds, or ICOs yet. Latest funding round, no information. I mean, how can you have an investor unless they've invested? So make it make sense. Is committed to building the next generational digital economy infrastructure for frontier markets. We gonna pump tonight? Has to. The dates, numerology. Yeah, sorry, I'm into that stuff. Hey, nothing has to happen. At all. All right. ARC, USD Circle. Then we have this Eleutheria. That's got to be it. That makes more sense. Eleutheria is a DeFi value sharing protocol on the BNB blockchain, and that's pretty much it. It's a decentralized value sharing and security protocol built on BNB chain. It operates through two parallel staking pools, Sovereignty and Freedom, where users deposit BNB to receive daily yields paid in EU token over 50-day cycle. Very interesting. They've only raised $5 million, but that's very interesting. I'm just exposing you to new coins, right? That you would probably never hear about until they had already done something huge, right? Canopy. A lot of these, almost all of these that we've talked about don't even have a token yet. And you guys follow the show day to day. You know we don't usually have this many new tokens coming out. So something is going on. Oh, I think a lot of people who had projects and they didn't want to launch it and all the bearishness now are thinking, hey, this might be go time, right? This might be go time to launch our projects. That's what it feels like, right? So Canopy is a platform for managing your investment portfolio from a single dashboard, hence the name Canopy. A platform that enables users to deploy assets into leading DeFi protocols. Pretty cool. 1.2 million, not a lot to write home at. We'll have to keep an eye on it. So we got this Junction, Injective, Unibase, Vera, By the way, there will be a members only stream tonight, and you will not be able to access that unless you're a member. But luckily for you, I don't charge a lot, right? $3 a month. If you think your boy is not worth $3 a month, then don't join the members. But another thing you're gonna get from being a member, paying that $3 a month, is you're gonna get the members only what's the right way to say it, perk of when I post a video. Usually it sits in my, like if I schedule a video, right, not post but schedule, it sits in my private area. That doesn't sound right at all. What do we want to call that? In my private, oh man, psyching myself out. It's hilarious, bro. I don't know what you call it. You have like public, private, members only categories in YouTube in the back end. And so it sits in the private and then it goes live, it goes public. And so instead of doing that, it's going to sit in the members only. So people who are members are going to have access to things before they post. And then once they've actually posted, everybody else can see it. But that's another perk. So if I post a video about something and I schedule it for tomorrow, but the information is great right now, you're going to get to see that for just $3 a month. And we are cranking up the output of content. I know, bro, I want to try to influence the vibes in the air, anything to make it pump positive. Hey, I'm all for pumping. I hope you're trying to pump turbo, which is pumping, actually. I do like that. There it goes. Here I come. Here I go. With an unstoppable flow. Can I still stand on business even if I don't have 10 toes? There we go. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on it. I really did kind of want to buy another $1 in there, but that's okay. I don't need to be greedy, and there's a good chance it'll probably drop down and give me another opportunity to do that. But I think $3 for $9 is a good trade-off. I don't want to do too much more than that on a coin like that. Who's guy says I'm cracking up. Hey. Oh, also you get in the members only, you get custom emojis. So you get a members only stream, custom emojis, and you also get access to videos before they actually go live for everybody else. I don't know. I'm trying to build as much value for you as I possibly can. So we have Junction. I don't think Junction is new. Junction. I think it's supposed to be like Junction, but with an A. Junction. I like it. It's strong. Junction is an AI computation pool in Layer 2 connecting global GPU suppliers and AI teams through based incentives and pricing. They are pooling together resources and then selling those resources to AI teams. Right? There you go. That's not rocket science to understand. It looks like it is pumping, right? Almost like it's infrastructure that people actually need. Where were we? Injective. We don't need to go over that. Unibase. Reliable J would very much like it if I talked about Unibase. Unibase is a decentralized memory layer for AI agents that provides storage, knowledge sharing, and cross-platform interaction. It sounds like it is the AI or agentic network file coin of today. That's what I just got from that. The week just banged. Reliable J is screaming somewhere. I told you guys. He really tried to get me to look at Unibase, and I literally got distracted like 3 times. That's on me. And we didn't go over it, and it just absolutely ripped. Is it ever going to pull back? I don't know. At this point, it's so far gone that I don't really know if I want to chase that right now. Especially in the environment that we just entered into with BTC. Doesn't seem like the best idea. Vera. Let's see. 10 million raised, no token yet. Vera is in on-chain neo-banking for earning, spending, crypto cards. Who doesn't have a Visa card in crypto? Investing in tokenized assets. The on-chain borrowing Visa financial identity score. Wouldn't you love to have an identity score? I know you would. Get one with Vera whenever they decide to launch a token and be a real project. Dawn. Let's talk about Dawn. We talked about it yesterday. Dawn, AI that transforms simple trading ideas into autonomous market forecasting agents, right? So it's like a tool that AI would use, and there you go. I like to hang out in UG's. Dang, I almost read that. For those who read the chat, not per se, it was an inside joke. Yeah, if you didn't hear what I was talking about earlier, then you wouldn't understand. And maybe you don't need to understand. It was a little bit, it was out there. That's, wow. Whoa. I only call things with my pre-monetization superpower. Premonition. It's definitely premonition. I think it went with premonition superpower. I don't know if I'm reading it wrong or if you spelled it wrong. I don't know. It is now 10:30. We've been live for 2 hours. You see how quick we're live for 2 hours? Like it's nothing. What is going on? Am I going to be running a 24-hour a day channel here, just talking about literally everything all the time? My goodness, we won't know where to stop and start or when to sleep. Super Fortune, ticker GUA. Where did they get ticker GUA out of Super Fortune? That seems a little disconnected here, but is an AI-powered prediction market engine, blends Chinese metaphysics with crypto market to identify price patterns. Run for the hills is my first thought. My first thought is run as far away from this as absolutely possible. And that's how you know it's going to pump, because it just seems crazy. Hey, what can I say? I don't know what it's going to do. Nothing is financial advice. If you think you heard financial advice here, I just want to tell you that you didn't. All right, get another crack at getting another dollar here. I'll take it. Please fill it. Please don't do this to me. Come on, just dip down and fill it. Hold the tension. It's gonna, oh, come on. Pull down, fill me. There we go, we got filled. And we are risking position, take profit, and stop loss. So one thing let's see. Okay. There we go. It's like there's two different stop losses, and it gets confusing because sometimes it'll say partial, and so that's even more confusing. And I'll try to if you add I just added another dollar in here, and then I want to make sure that my stop losses are applicable or apply to all the money in it and not just the money that I started with. How do I do that? Do I have to delete it and reset it? Seems like the only way to do it. There we go. Ripping back up to our collective POC here. Wow, for the large candles on Unibase. Yeah, Reliable J told us. We gotta listen. Reliable J, what's the next coin, man? You clairvoyant. Yep. What is the next coin we need to be trading, Reliable J? Oh man, this is just flat nothingness forever. Pumped to the 200 already. All right, let's do our airdrop stuff. 3 different airdrops that we're chasing. Nothing is ever guaranteed. Your boy really needs some water and food and some sleep and definitely a neck massage. We weren't talking about everything that we need. My bad. Got distracted. The more tired I get, the more wild you might hear some of the things that I say. I don't know what to tell you about that. You know, they say burning the candle at both ends. That's absolute child's play at this point. I think we're burning it at all the ends. Quantum physics in other dimensions. We're burning it at 32 different ends at the same time. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Let's do our airdrop stuff here. So we want a GM on chain for Arc Testnet, and we realize you don't have any USDC. Then you come here and they move this whole thing. This is very annoying. I keep meaning to go ahead and get my on-chain faucet badge on base, but it's going to cost real money, even though it's probably very small amounts here. No badge for the... Are we not connected? No, we are. We are connected. We want to mint this badge. I would like to mint it and just kind of get it over with. I should have some money in here. Like, for what they're talking about, seems to be a very tiny amount. 0.0025 ETH? What is that? I don't even know what that is. I also don't... Here, let me see. How much money do I have in here in ETH? Nope, that's Polygon. Let's go to Ethereum. Dang, how much money are they trying to charge me? I got $3 in here. I thought it would be cheap. Oh, that Unipeg we bought. I bought, what did I buy? $5 worth or $6 worth? Yeah, it's down 50%. Go figure. So I actually only have $1 of ETH in here. And that's 0.005. How much money are they trying to charge me for this stupid badge? Like $5, $10, $20? Why would I want to pay that much money? All right, moving on. I can pretty much do this myself. And I should have done it quickly already. So you go to the Discord. I didn't move you guys over, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to the Discord, going to airdrops, going to find the ARC. You know, the set of information for the ARC testnet. Where is ARC? Here's ARC, and here's the faucet. Wow, and look at that. I didn't have to pay any money to do that. Crazy. So you come here, you hit receive, you find what you actually want to receive, which is ARC, and you just hit copy. Then I come over here, bang, bang, paste, send me 20. This is testnet. They're not actually sending me $20. Don't get overly excited if you've never seen this before. Oh, let's see. Blues just make support lines and study the channel. You'll see the move. Rub a tug. What does that even mean? I don't know. Blue Sky's been on something tonight. I don't want to know what that means. All right, so we claimed we avoided paying money for something we don't need. I thought it was going to be like, 25 cents or 50 cents. It seems like they want like $10 or $5. No, thank you. So we'll just go to the faucet manually. Luckily, we have all that and a tab in our free Discord. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that we had built value for your guys? Value for you guys. I said value for your guys. That's... I should just end the stream. I should just end the stream at that point, because I don't... How do you recover from that? Value for your guys. There's no recovering from that. I just got to own it. If you're having a great time here tonight, smash that like button. If you love crypto, smash that like button. If you want to raise your crypto IQ, then subscribe. Join the free Discord. I'm one man. I'm a one-man army. Well, I got my mods, okay? I don't want to count everybody out. We're a crypto family here. But, I'm doing as much as I can to give you guys value. So we GM'd on chain, right? We deployed smart contracts. There's other things we could be doing. I don't know how much time I really want to spend on that. We did some things. What was that called? The super board or whatever? We'll go check that out in a minute. So now we move from ARC. ARC is USDC Circle, in my opinion. Why did I want to go after ARC? Because I think they have money. I think USDC has money, and if they're smart, they're going to buy the love. When you have that much money, you just buy the love, right? Buy the love from everybody in the real crypto world, Web3. Because how many people are running to try to get airdrops on a testnet? Even today, with it being around as long as it has, and people hearing about airdrop, like a lot of people are not doing that, right? And so, same with Robinhood. Same idea for ARC and Robinhood. I think ARC has more money than Robinhood, but Robinhood definitely not broke. Robinhood doesn't even have the best reputation, in my opinion, amongst real crypto people, right? They would rather go somewhere else because they've been accused of, turning off trading, messing with trading and things at opportunistic moments where maybe you could have made a lot of money on a big move. So there's that. And so they both should just drop some dough, and it would be peanuts to them. Like, drop $100 million, right, each, and just distribute it. give everybody who participated like 10 grand and they'll love you forever. Are they smart enough to realize that? I don't know. But it would be a drop in the bucket, and they would make that money back so fast with all the, you know, because if everybody got like 10 grand who participated in this, don't you think they're going to go to social media and say, you'll never believe what happened to me. I got a free 10 grand. How often? It would be the most genius marketing, and they never seem to be that smart. What can I say? Litecoin VM, right? So Arc, Robinhood, and then Litecoin virtual machine, which is Litecoin kind of trying to do something. Okay, so we used our last bit of money. Same thing. Gonna go to Discord. Gonna go to Litecoin. Gonna go grab the faucet information. Gonna go to the faucet. Top off. Okay, testnet. Okay. So we go here. Bang, bang. We want to connect a wallet. We want to go to the faucet. Yep, get ZK LTC. Zero knowledge Litecoin, right? Come down in here, put our wallet in here. Nope, that was the website. I guess I gotta go copy and paste it again. Same thing, come here, click receive. Find what you actually want. Lightforge is what it's called. Copy it. Just walking you through. It's amazing how this is like second nature basics to me. To a new person, they are probably completely lost at what we're even doing. Blues, yep. UG, LOL, you need a massage. It's not how they say in English. Remember, English is my third language. They call a massage a rub-a-tug. That might be one of the funniest things I've heard. I'm a little bit not tired, so I don't want to start laughing at everything because I might get what we call slap happy. I don't know if anybody... What's another term for being slap happy? Who even knows what I'm talking about? What is slap happy? And what is another expression that's like the same thing, right? I don't know. Is giddy another expression? I don't like that. Giddy doesn't sound... it doesn't sound respectable. That's my problem with it. It sounds childish. Okay. They sent it. Can we just keep doing this? Will they just keep... Okay, it failed. All right. Wow, it's taking us a while to get through this. We needed testnet stuff, tokens for like every project. But that's okay, because we showed what to do when that happens and how you don't have to pay that money to use the on-chain GM faucets, which are just the same faucets, right? Like, it's kind of bogus what they're doing there. They're like charging you money for stuff that's free on testnets that none of the stuff will even exist when they go into... I digress. You know, none of it will exist when they go into actual main nets. So they're kind of charging you money for something that it's not even going to exist. Let's go to CoinGlass. Let's check out our liquidation heat map here. You've got it everywhere, right? It's all above you. It's all below you. I mean, I'm sure it's going to line up with Bookmap, which I don't have up. LOL. Exactly. We have gone over a lot of stuff. What did I not go over? I got this in the back pocket here. It just looked really interesting. This is Jurassic Finance, right? So Jurassic Finance is a Solana project tokenizing a rare portfolio asset backed by Colosseum, right? Colosseum? Just ends the live stream right here. Okay, so why am I talking about this? I honestly don't know, because we went over it. It was like trending, and I don't know what the heck it is, right? So how it works. Each dinosaur is a dedicated SPV. You think I remember what that stands for? Special Purpose Vehicle. It was down at the bottom. I lucked out. Managed, authenticated, and tokenized on Solana. Okay. So what do you want to know here? Dinosaurs and special purpose vehicles. Didn't know the vehicles and dinosaurs really went together. Jurassic Finance Lab sources and acquires authenticated dinosaur fossil specimens. Okay. It's starting to click. The other night we were, I say we, I don't know why, because we are a crypto family. I was exhausted. I think a lot of you guys were too, and we went over this project, and I literally couldn't make sense of it. That's how tired I was. Each acquisition is legally structured as a dedicated special purpose vehicle. Okay, so I guess they're buying real dinosaur fossils. I didn't get that before. I thought we were talking about some kind of like, you know, equivalent of like Bitcoin script inscriptions, like, but for Solana, and they were calling them dinosaur fossils. I was out in the weeds, guys. I was not on point. But it says very clearly they buy authenticated dinosaur fossils. Who is authenticating the dinosaur fossils? That's what I want to know. Burst of joy out of nowhere. UG BTC 5-minute trap between the 200 and the 21 for BTC. Okay. See if Turbo's doing anything. Is it just falling over and stealing my money? Is that what's going on? I rarely ever trade anything besides BTC, and I usually regret it big time. I am pretty far away. I'm only risking 3 to 1. I could lose $2. I think I could live with myself, or I could lose $3, or I could make $9, right? It's good risk reward ratio, but it's not amazing, right? Now let's move back to BTC here, because he's talking about BTC 5-minute and he's excited. Did it just pump? I think it's so weird. Sometimes it won't change over. 5-minute. Yep. And it just got rejected, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Measured move of the inverted head and shoulder is $80,100. Kind of M pattern here. I guess you could say it's a flag. Remember, we're on a 5-minute chart here, guys. Don't get too excited. Do you get the bounce there? Again, that would give you the same kind of measure move. You just kind of move it over a little bit. Still 80,000, basically 100. Go back to the 3. Looks like an M. Still looks like an M. Here's our pattern we just drew, right? Those flat tops, like when they break, they're parabolic, right? Bouncing off the 200. Says, oh, you trading Turbo? Yeah. What? No more River trades? I don't ever want to talk about River ever again. The name that shall not be named, right? Not really though. I'm not really that bent about it. Turbo, when it moves, it moves. Yeah, I hope so, and hopefully it moves to the upside and not the downside. Blues guys trying to pump our trade, didn't even know what coin we're trading. All right, chainers. Let's go ahead and run through this real quick. And you know what? It's that time. It is that time, guys. We are going to move over to the members only stream. So if you've been here, if you've been supporting us, I see a bunch of people just hopped out. I don't know where they went. But we are moving to the members only stream tonight. In about let's do 5 minutes. 1 minute seems a little sudden. So we have the 5-minute countdown. This is where I have 5 minutes to try to sell you on the membership. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not going to do that. But the membership is $3. If you don't have it, you can't come to the members only stream. You can't get our custom emojis in the chat. You can't get the little, star icon next to your name that changes color to show how long you've been a member here, how long you've been an undergrounder. You can't get my videos that I post before they actually go public, right? Usually a day, 24 hours ahead of time, something like that. So I don't know, for $3. I'm not going to twist your arm here. This is Chainers, link in the description. I get nothing from the affiliate unless you buy something in the shop. In that case, I get 30%. I pride myself on being very transparent about everything. And yeah, that's what makes us family, right? Remember, a servant of a master has no idea what his master's plans are, but a friend knows what his friends are doing. And we family. Crypto family, I might dare to say. So hit that Discord where we hang out when we're not live streaming. We will be going into the members only, where we will continue all kinds of things. I'll probably play some crypto slots at some point, I'm sure. My doorbell's going off. Who's at my front door? I think the dogs are getting walked. I think that's what's going on. All right, Adam Caster. We do this like every day, so I got some piggy food, and I actually have a pig for once. So this, for so long, I'd get food, and I had no ability to do anything. I need to feed chickens, right? But I don't have chicken feed, and I don't have what I need to actually feed chickens. So, right, there we go. And I guess I technically could feed 2 chickens at a time. It wouldn't hurt anything. What is the whole point of this? Well, we come over to the pool. You have CFB, which is the in-game currency, Polmatic, which you should be familiar with, and BNB. You should also be familiar with. We take the items that we sold, or that we grew, sorry, and we're going to sell them in the market. It's a pool. Every like 3 hours, it kicks out a reward. We hit sell harvest, and then it'll generate a rough idea depending on people who come in and out of the pool. I don't think a lot of people come out of a pool. I think they mostly come into a pool, right? Anyways, looks like we should get 0.00015 BNB. Again, this is for images on a computer. I think I invested $10. For the longest time, I never put any money in, but they had like a $260 deal for $10. Kind of had to take that. Can you get extra hints on tokens and projects? Sure, that's literally what the members only stream is all about. All about might be a stretch, but that's what we're doing in there, right? Maybe we're going to look at some X402 protocol projects stacked up against Melissa's pick on, well, purchase. I don't know if it's her pick, but she purchased Meridian on the base ecosystem. And you can see in the wallet how much BNB we've earned. We just erased a whole 0. So we're moving. We're going places here. We're gonna wipe another 0. And I'm gonna get to 0.1 BNB, which is a decent amount of money. Hopefully we can get there. There is 1 minute left before we move over to the members only stream. Let's get our free item of the day here. For our farm that we are constantly trying to build up and make some money. And because I'm looking at this, I might not notice immediately when it switches me over. And I gotta tell you guys, this stream is definitely a labor of love. I definitely love what I'm doing, because there's no way I'd be able to do all this if I wasn't genuinely excited to do this. Like if I ran a channel about, I don't know, buying furniture, no way. If I ran a channel about something I wasn't passionate about, there's no way I could do this. It's very time intensive. I am not complaining. I'm just saying, I really do love DeFi, crypto, the people, the crypto family we have here, the connections that we built, all the jokes we've had, all of that stuff.